Dude, you don't want that. So George was telling me, let's get into something else. That's enough about me for now. So George was telling me about something that happened in, what was it, DC?
Yeah, the Harley Quinn show, which I believe is on Showtime. But so essentially it's this cartoon Harley Quinn show that is really popular right now in the third season. And there was a storyline in the third season where Batman was supposed to go down on Catwoman, and DC was like, you can't do that. You absolutely cannot do that. They're like, heroes don't do that. That's the quote. Heroes don't do that. That's where they draw the line, is when you have Batman performing oral sex on Catwoman.
But I feel like most women would think that that's like heroic. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. And also, is this a cartoon?
Yeah. It's wacky. It's funny. You should watch it.
And it's like an adult cartoon?
Yes. Very much so.
So they're turning like, you know what it is that superheroes have been around so long, is that a lot of the stories are getting stale. And, you know, their target demographic before Marvel kicked off with their stuff, and before, like, you know, like, I don't even know if X-Men was that popular. I remember it being, like, popular, but I don't know if it wasn't Marvel at all. So I feel like now that they need to find more people, they're going into the adult world with, like, even cartoons. Mm-hmm. You're seeing, I mean, think about it. Think about Brickleberry. You're thinking about Family Guy, American Dad, all those they're meant for adults, not meant for kids. So when you're thinking about Harley Quinn, you're thinking, okay, this is like the Batman from when I was a kid. This is just like some weird, like, you know, you're a little kid and you're rooting for Batman to beat the shit out of a villain. Mm-hmm. Now you're talking about Batman going down on Catwoman. Like, what the fuck is that about?
It's not the Batman animated series from the 90s. It's like an R-rated. But it's funny because Batman's mask, I feel like, has a specific area that is cut out to perform the act.
He was made for it. His mask was designed for this. That is the reason why Batman's mask, dude, he's there to pleasure women. That is why his mask is cut out like that. And it's fucking interesting to think about. Also, I'd like to state that I am pro going down. You know what? I'm pro. I'm going to make a stand right now that heroes do. Yeah. Everybody give it a round of applause. Heroes do it. Don't believe what DC has to say. Here, that's why I'm a Marvel person.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be getting any DC partnerships down the line after that.
DC. Marvel. You don't think Tony Stark goes down on women? Well, not anymore. He's dead.
Awkward.
I mean, that's not. I mean, is that really a spoiler anymore? It's been 3 years since the release. 3 years?
Yeah, 2 years.
Fuck,
I'm crazy.
Bro.
That's what year it is. 2 years since the release of Endgame.
That's what freaks me out, is that time goes by so fast, bro. It's been 2 years already. I remember sitting through that movie and I had to piss so bad, and they told you to like pee beforehand, but I didn't. And I was just sitting there in the theaters with my sister, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to explode. But then when you saw the scene of like Iron Man snapping his fingers, dude, that's just cinematic masterpiece. And you know what's crazy to me is that DC has all these probably like, they probably have access to the same things that Marvel has, but every movie they produce, I'm like, it's shit. I don't think they've ever had a movie that I've said like, wow, this is like Marvel quality.
Yeah, they have Batman, and they had Shazam. I don't know if you ever saw Shazam. That was a pretty good one.
Was it? Oh God, I just didn't like the concept. I mean,
yeah, it's the concept isn't great, but
have you watched Invincible?
Yeah.
All right, I'm not gonna get too into it because I don't want to spoil anything. Invincible is one of my favorite shows I think I've seen in like years when it comes to superheroes, because I never really watched superhero shows, but when I did when I was a kid, they're like really fond memories, like, you know, again, like Batman and the X-Men, you know, kid shows like that when you were a kid. And Invincible, now that I'm an adult, all I'm gonna say is, imagine if Superman just like, I don't even want to say that because that doesn't give it away. Yeah, I don't want to even say that. Just imagine like all those cartoons when you were a kid, but people get fucked up. And like you're seeing people get ripped in half and stuff, and the villains are getting smashed. It's a lot cooler and a lot bloodier. Imagine if anime, like a real anime, and a cartoon came together. That would be what Invincible is. And I think that it's so, I would 100% say to watch that show. That show is so good, bro. It's so
Completely
good.
agree.
The intimidation factor when it comes to like making superheroes scary. Like it's like you know what another show is I never watched but I heard is like it is The Boys. Is that what it's called? The Boys?
Yeah.
I heard The Boys is like that. Like it's very the superheroes are more realistic. Because superheroes, I mean, dude, think about it. If you could run fast as hell, you're telling me you're not hitting anybody?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, come on. That doesn't make sense, bro. All right. So, yep, I'm going to state it right now. Batman should have went down on her. That is what superheroes would do. Right now, Batman is a villain. Dude, there was a scene talking about this. I talked about this with Carlos when he was on the podcast. Batman apparently is like known for telling superhero women to like fuck off when they're trying to hit on him. There was a scene where like Wonder Woman was like saying, do you want to be my boyfriend or something? And he was like, I work alone or something. And it's like, he's just the most social. Dude, that's like what I was with women. Only women didn't like me. I was the one trying to talk to them and they would say, I work alone.
Yeah. I mean, his one true love is fighting crime.
Talk about fighting, bro. You see the fight this weekend?